Hello, everyone, and welcome to the TLT, otherwise known as the Trauma League Telegram. I am your co-host,
Oh,
Gingerbread. Joining alongside me is Jjonnny.
yo, what's good, everybody? How we doing? Welcome back to some more TLT action. Real quick, I apologize for missing last episode. That's on me. But yeah, we got ourselves another
Johnny's
episode of
back.
TLT.
Yeah, that.
Woo! We're back, baby. As always,
Woo!
go check out SwordDog2Gs.com. You gotta hear SwordDog2Gs.com. Go get yourself some Trauma League merch. Go ahead. It's in the description. In the description. It's not in the description. It's in the Trauma Discord. Go ahead. Go look on the tab for merch. Go get yourself some SwordDog2Gs.com merch, baby. But yeah, we got a little bit of a different episode for you guys. Normally we have a couple of things that we talk about, but we have a lot to discuss this episode, so we're gonna condense it a little bit more. Go ahead, Thomas. What do you have to talk about?
Yeah, unfortunately, due to last week, Johnny and I's lives caught up with us, full-time jobs and schooling. We missed last week, so we have 2 weeks inside of one episode today. So we've decided to streamline the episode a bit. No interview. It's just Johnny and I. Uh, no preview, no kind of bit. It's just the recap, some clips, and we close out. No roundtable, just the power rankings. We're streamlining this. It's just because as previously mentioned, there are 16 matches to recap here. Just a little spoiler for you, but
Yep.
16. We missed almost all of stage 2.
Yeah. No,
I'm excited.
it's a lot of stuff that we have to talk about. It's a lot of matches, a lot of games, a lot of crazy situations that we're going to go more in detail with it later. But first things first, we're going to go over the recap. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. This is your stage 2 recap. And these were the rosters that were playing for these respective teams. Everybody that is italicized and underlined / bold are new players that are new additions to these teams.
New players, yeah.
Yep. So shout out to everybody that made the list and everybody that is new to their respective franchises. So it's a little cool. You can see everybody there. You see.
Yeah, last episode we spent like 20 minutes on the roster mania. This is a visualization of said roster mania. Like a lot of teams making one change, one team making three. Shout out Toronto.
Yep.
But I think the more interesting part is there were 3 teams that made no changes. That being Tokyo, New Mexico, and Vegas.
Yep.
That
These
is the
3
4th place,
teams.
an 8th place, and 12th place respectively from stage 1. So I'm intrigued to see what those 3 teams know, what others don't.
Yep. No, a lot of cool rosters, a lot of cool things we got to talk about here. But yeah, this is like the brief and like straight to the point kind of rosters that you had playing for these franchises. So yeah, let's kick it off. We have our stage 2 opener. We have Pittsburgh Defiance taking on New York Reapers. Go ahead, break it down, Thomas.
Stage 2 starts off with a bang. New York wins by 3 points on Den Hardpoint to go up 1-0. They then sweep 6-0 them on Raid Search and Destroy. This series is done and over, but no, it's not, as Pittsburgh wins 4-3 on Overload. They win Map 4, 250-231. Force a Game 5. Can they pull up the reverse sweep? They cannot, as New York wins Round 11, Game 5 to win the series 3-2. If you look at the notable performances, real team effort out of New York with Jjonny, with Connor, with Mirage, each getting maps. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's Blinky as always, and Paladins there on that map 2 massacre. The match MVP ended up being the 4-star Connor with a 1.34 rating, and the caster was Waves.
Shout out
After a
Waves!
year sabbatical, Waves is back. After last year's sabbatical, Waves is back to casting matches as he did back in MW2 and 3 back in ye old days. He's been on the bench a while, but yeah, he picked up the match.
Yeah.
Jjonny, as the player in this, obviously new roster for you. You drop Gene, you sign Grace Wolf. What's that been like so far?
So far it's been a lot of fun. I actually really love the team overall. I think our dynamic fits really well. And I think she's just a perfect fit. I think we needed someone a little bit more aggressive. I think we needed someone that had a little bit more pace, and I think she fits that perfectly. Um, but talking about more so like the series as an overall, I think this was a lot closer than it should have been. I think Pittsburgh played really well in the map 3, map 4, and even that map 5, like the map 1. I think they played really well overall. Um, but after their kind of troll in the map 1, we definitely should have closed it out in 3. It was their turn to troll map 1, our turn to troll map 3, and
Mhm.
it was a lot of back and forth trolling, but eventually we come out with the win on the round 11 for the map 5. But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Reaper's looking good. As for Pittsburgh, I think I personally question this team. Was it a miracle run stage 1 and taking you guys to 5? I don't think it was a miracle. This team, even with the trade, like the addition of Hellboy, raised some eyebrows over Jaded.
Yeah.
But this Pittsburgh team is gross. This was a barely lost series. You say troll, I say a close one. But this
Yeah,
Pittsburgh team, they excite me with
yeah.
that 4 man.
No, it was. And when I say troll, it was a battle of both teams trolling. They should have won map 1. They
Yeah.
really should have. They should have won map 1. We should have won map 3. So, but hey, we're both good teams. I think Pittsburgh has got a lot that they are going to show the league in this upcoming stage. But yeah, moving along, we got stage 2, week number 1 matches still talking about. We got Boston Bonsai versus Philadelphia Fear. This is the new look Boston with Magic at the helm. It was a close match. It was a map 5 that went the way of Philly. Philly ended up winning that map 1 251-83. Boston wins the S&D 6-4 and a convincing overload win at 7-1. But then Philly, honestly the probably better HP team in that series, wins map 4 250-209 and then almost around 11 in that map 5, but Philly come out 6-4 with the dub. Um, Notable performances that we got to talk about: Magic on the side of Boston, frying through the maps 1 through 4, and then Sentio in the map 5. Whereas for the opposite side, it was more of a team effort. All 4 members are making the list, all throughout the maps. Space having a really good map 2, Smoke having a good map 1 and 4, Tolly map 3, and Goblin closes it out in the S&D at 8-6. 8-6. Overall match MVP goes to Smoke though with a 1.26 KD, and the caster, of course, was JD. How do you feel about this new Boston team? Like in this match?
They're certainly interested in, obviously, you think losing Frost, this team would get worse, but Magic is just as good, if I mean, slightly worse in my opinion, but don't let him he did hopefully he doesn't hear me say that, but, you would think it would, with how Sentio and M19 looked in stage 1, like, question marks, but both of them have really stepped up after kinda bad stage 1s if you really look at the stats. But a new 6-star, a new 3-star in Pacho, a new vitalized team, and they looked pretty good. This is a close series against a very competent, very solid Philadelphia team. Yeah,
Yep.
they do need to figure out hard points. As if we look at one of their next matches, they win 2 of them, but then their other match, I think they went 2-4 in hard points this stage so far. So
Hmm.
maybe they need to figure out those maps 1s and 4s.
Some spoilers.
Yeah, a little bit of spoiling, but I mean, this is a recap. You should already know these scores by now, right?
Yep. But no, Philly looking good. Philly looking really, really good. Smoke looking really, really good. Honestly showing that he is someone that you should be scared of when you play this Philly roster. Moving along here, we got a lot to talk about. You want to take this one?
Shout out Goblin, bro. New 4-star of that team.
Yep.
Looked good. But, we move on to stage next match, the Los Angeles Reloaded versus the Florence Ambition, and the Florence Ambition get their first victory of the season after going
Woo!
0-6 in stage 1.
Let's
They pull off
go!
a 3-0. They win by 70. They win by 70 map 1. They win map 2 convincingly 6-2, and then they win a close overload 4-3 for the 3-0. LA did have a substitute. Jjonnys was not there. Vandal, the Kansas City Crusaders owner, stepped in as a substitute. So appreciate you for coming, Nolan, but didn't help. Despite his kind of MVP performance for LA, you look at the notable performances. It was Cunnin absolutely showing out as the match MVP with a 1.75 KD, and Notorious popping off that map too. And we'll see Notorious later on in the clip section. But popping off that map too, the caster was Jjonny.
Yeah.
That'll be a recurring gag this episode.
Yes, sir.
This Florence team, they trade Nathan, they add Sid. They lose some they add some Canadian and they get their first win. Shout out Italy, I guess. But I mean, what do you like from this Florence team? Going
um
0-6. They changed their 4-star.
I think honestly from this Florence squad, I'm actually really loving the addition of Sid. No discredit to Nathan whatsoever. I think Nathan was a phenomenal fill-in for this Florence roster, like in the stage one. But Sid, I think, complements these three players. I think slightly better. Not saying Nathan's a bad player. I think Sid just complements them better. Um, I think that with the addition of Sid, Florence have gotten a slight improvement, if not better, and I think that they can actually compete with these rosters because you think about it before in like stage one they went map 5 multiple times, but they just needed something to push them over the edge. I think Sid is that component. So,
I believe they went map 5 3 out of 6 times.
yeah, that's criminal.
Crazy team. And as for this LA team, I mean, it's not their full roster. Ja not there. Vandal, a valiant effort, but he is a 5-star, or technically a 5.5 instead of a 6-star that Jot is. But
Yeah.
the new looks of Jaded and Jula looked good. This team, I don't know. To quote Shanghai last year, they look like a team of leftovers, unfortunately. Uh, but we just haven't seen them yet, right? With two new players in
Yep.
Jaded and Jula from stage 1 to stage 2. We haven't seen them. This was their only match. Spoiler alert, they haven't played any other matches this stage so far. They have 3 to do in week 3. Hopefully they get them done.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this team.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got a lot more matches to cover, though. Our next match we're going to talk about would be Tokyo Storm taking on New Mexico
Mm.
Enchanted. This was a banger. So we got 250 to
Another
1s.
map 5.
Yep, a lot of map 5s this week. We got a HP on exposure 250 to 171 for favor of Tokyo, alongside a S&D win with a 6-1. So they're up 2-0 in the series. You got a lot of confidence, and then bang! New Mexico threatened the reverse sweep, wins the overload in an 8-5 fashion. A hard point 250-11, and next thing you know, you're going game 5. But Tokyo, with the resilience, are able to win the game 5 with a 6-2 win. Colzuni and Kaz, your two notable performance players for the side of Tokyo. And then on the opposite side, it's the Turkey and Link slash DJ show. DJ showing off on the map 2 and the map 5. Really, really good in those S&Ds. And of course, you have your MVP Colzuni with a 1.51 KD, and the caster being Entity slash Kamish slash Vic the GOAT. Honestly, one thing that I want to talk about with this Tokyo squad, one of the two teams. Well, these are two teams that didn't make changes, and they looked
That's correct.
very,
Yeah.
very, very good against each other. Do you think that eventually they're going to like hit their stride and actually be like a top 2 team potentially?
I think they already are one.
Tokyo?
Tokyo at least. Yeah,
Yeah,
just obviously like all these other teams you look at just looking at the standings. We don't have the standings updated, so they're not in the show. But looking at the standings, a lot of 1-1 teams that like made changes. Obviously, they're still all finding their stride. This team has an extra 6 weeks of like teaming together and chemistry,
yeah,
and just haven't seen their matches. Like it is worrisome. They almost get reverse swept, but like that's New Mexico's game. They start slow and then they tee up the second half of the series.
yep.
But obviously, all Tokyo had to do was win one of 3 maps, and they're able to do it. But like we know, this Tokyo team is disgusting. Obviously, that 4th place in stage 1, really, I mean, they really should have made it farther than that. It just they had an unfortunate run in with losers.
Yeah, no, they did. They most certainly did. New Mexico on the other side of things, look a little like you said. I think they need to like pick it up on those first initial maps, but once they have steam, they are really hard to stop. They are a really really strong team, and I'm looking forward to what they have to show later in the stage
Oh,
too.
yeah, 21 Savage makes a great point. They were up 4-1. They were gonna 3-0. 21 lagged out on
Oh,
overload.
that's
That is
tough.
why New Mexico came back. Obviously, I probably should have mentioned that it's not like Tokyo, like, through, because they
Mhm.
were up it was like, it was over. This series was supposed to be over, but the COD gods are funny like that sometimes, right?
They like favoring
Yeah, New
some people
Mexico, I mean,
sometimes.
I Tokyo won out in the end, so it's fine, but certainly a funny anecdote.
Very, very true. But yeah, moving along, we got our next match. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. The Kansas City Crusaders versus the Toronto Stars. Kansas City barely eke out a map 1 victory, a 6-4 map 2, and then we barely eked out a map 3 victory, 3-2. Kansas gets the 3-0, but it is kind of a fake 3-0, to be honest, with this new look Toronto roster with Frost, Nathan, and Wolf replacing that old roster. The notable performances, I gave them to myself because I was only like 2 kills behind Waves on both respawns, but, Waves was the overall match MVP with a 1.44. I think I had a 1.2, couple extra deaths here, but obviously looking Pink and Frost dueling as everyone expected on map 2, and then obviously, Frost and Nathan showed up, myself and Waves showed up, and the caster was, Jjonny. That continuous bit, as I mentioned.
There you go, that's
I
me.
mean, as a member, obviously Stratus retired. Our 5-star retired. Was he a 5-star? No, he was probably a 5.5, but hey, he got voted a 5. Now we have Mighty, uh, and we've just as a member of Kansas, like, we've just had an awkward fit with him, right? He's a very different play style to Strat, because we won stage 1 with a certain play style, and now we've kinda had to completely change it.
Yep.
Trying to, I guess even just learn Mighty's habits. I know for me, I've kind of struggled with like I'm used to Strat, picking stuff up. Like, I don't have to worry about it, and Mighty is just not doing that because obviously he's new to this team. We don't know how to fill it in yet. But obviously, a good victory for us, a good performance out of Toronto, like barely losing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, we've just had a weird fit so far, a weird start, trying to, find some consistency with a brand new teammate after, we finally got settled with Stratus just for him to retire.
Yeah, that's that's pretty tough, yeah. But no, that Toronto squad led by Frost now instead of Magic, they look really competitive. They look really good. A team that you should not be taking lightly. I think a lot of people like to discredit them, and I think that is just not true. And the same thing for Boston too. I've been hearing of that a lot. These two squads after this trade, like that went through with the Frost for Magic trade, the Fat Boy for well, at the time I think it was like Grace, then
Pachu.
or Pacho, yeah. But I think both squads overall got better, and I think that they have a lot to showcase still left in the stage two. So we'll see plenty of matches from them, and I think it's a little bit of a kind of like a glimmer of the light at the end of the tunnel. Like it's just a rough patch for both teams. They'll get through it. But yeah, moving on though,
Yeah,
we
you
have
don't itch this team as a free win.
exactly. Yep.
They're not.
Yep. 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 But moving on, we got
Anyways,
my second
you played
match.
them.
Yeah, we got New York Reapers taking on
Yeah, New York
Seattle
drew the short
Reign.
straw.
Yep, yep. We got New York Reapers taking on Seattle Reign. Two heavyweights, I would say, in this overall stage. New York coming off of that top three
2nd and 3rd
placement.
place from stage 1.
Yep, yep. New York ends up winning this series 3-1. It was a very close affair in the map one, 250 to 200, a 6-4 S&D win for Seattle. The Overload, just like we saw in Stage 1 playoffs, these two teams did meet up. The Overload, exact same scoreline. It was an 8-1 victory for New York. And then the Den HP going 250 to 180 in favor of New York. Um, Notable performances. It was myself and Mirage, and then on the opposite end, it was Riv and Breakout. M1 Breakout, the new what is it? 3.5? I think it's a new 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, new 3.5, and then
Yes, he is.
Paradise being on there as well, and then the MVP went to Jjonnnyy with a 1.75 KD, and the Waves caster casting both New York Reapers matches. So shout out to Waves for that. You're the GOAT for that.
Guy
Um,
loves New York.
I guess I don't know. Maybe he wants to be a part of it. Who knows? We'll see what trades go down. But yeah, Seattle, off of a really impressive stage one run, gets top two, makes it to grand finals. We have to play them. They're a really hard team especially after how they made this trade. I think Seattle looks really good. I think they played really
Free
really well.
agency.
Yeah, they just they look really, really good. They look really, really competent. They know what they're doing, and I have nothing but respect for those guys. They played really, really good.
Yeah, Search is going to be just an automatic win for this team, but their overload struggles continue. Yeah, just even from stage one, it was not good. In grand finals, it was the biggest kind of gap in game modes from stage one finals. And now in stage two, it continues to be a problem despite the trade. And maybe you can blame the trade as like they're figuring out the new player and pacing, but
Yeah.
these overload with like how good of a search team you are. You need to pick a respawn, and maybe it's not fair because New York is one of the best hardpoint teams in the league, but you gotta rely on like non-Neslos here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Seattle team just, at least so far in this one match, you lose 3 respawns.
Yep.
As for New York, I mean, this team, we know how good this team is. Jjonny showing up in the MVP there, like dropping 40s in every respawn.
Yes, sir. No, but like kind of last thing before we kind of talk about the other matchup, we got Seattle. The reason why they were able to get that map win over or that series win over New York during the stage one winners finals was because they were able to sneak a respawn. I think they won that map one, and then we had to complete the river sweep. We're not able to get it done, and they were able to come out on top. I think you hit it on the nail. They need to get just a respawn win, and I think the HPs are looking more comfortable for them. So shout out to them. We'll see what happens. But moving on, we got our next matchup. Go ahead.
The Vegas Kings versus the Miami Mafia, the 1 and 2 seed from stage one playoffs, meet up as the first week one matchup. Miami comes out firing as they dominate map one, winning it by, what is that, 80 points?
Yeah.
And then Vegas woke up 6-2 map 2, 5-3 overload, and they win by 20 on Blackheart hardpoint. You'll see how they won it by 20 later in the clip section. But the Kings win 3-1. Entity, JD, and Sonoma each pick up match MVPs. Sin, Chaotix, Kaze, and Icarus, a real team effort out of Miami, as the addition of Icarus in place of Pacho has been a kind of a crazy improvement so far, as you'll see later on as we break down later future matches. But they get the L today as Vegas and Sonoma off the 1.24 MVP performance, able to be victorious. I was the caster in this match.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kind of
As
talk.
much as I like this Miami team, you almost knew with the trades that happened, you knew those teams would struggle, and the teams that didn't make trades would probably dominate to start. And this Vegas team didn't make a trade, and they win 3-1. I
Yep.
think Miami, it was a little bit closer than the scoreline would seem. Like they're good. Trust me, guys. Like I know they flamed out in playoffs, but they're a good team. But the Kings, I think, just having that extra, you know, 6 weeks of teaming together, like technically years, because of the familiar love on that team,
Yeah.
able to just kind of get the better of this Miami squad.
Yep. Yep. And I think Vegas, like you said, one of those three teams that didn't make trades. They just look really, really good. I think the map one probably caught them off guard, and then after that, they just locked in. They're like, "Yep." Shout out MC, by the way, getting on Rocket League. But but no, I think the map one caught them off guard, and then after that, they're like, "Now we gotta lock in. We're done. We don't want to play more COD than we have to." So they end up winning those three maps straight. Vegas, you have a lot to show, and I think both these teams bombing out in stage one in the same place, top eight.
It's a lot to prove.
They have so much to prove. Both these teams, both these squads, hungry for more. We'll see how the remaining games are going to play out and how the stage two playoffs come around and see how they perform. But yeah, shout out to both these squads. Moving along though, we got our next match. We got Florence Ambition versus Pittsburgh Defiance. Um, very, very close map one, but unfortunately for Florence, it was a win for Pittsburgh, 250 to 237. Pittsburgh win 6-3 in the S&D, and then after all the momentum said and done, Florence not able to get anything going for them. A 5-1 win for Pittsburgh as they're able to complete the 3-0. Notable performances. This is like what, the first 3-0 we've had in like a few matches though before we talk about that.
Of the stage, I think.
Yeah.
Or the second one of the stage. It was the second one of the stage.
Yeah, so no, shout out to Pittsburgh. Notable performances though, we have Hellboy and Blinky on the winning side for Pittsburgh, going crazy. Shout out Hellboy for that. Cunning and Foss on Florence. Cunning dropping 50 in the map one for the L. A truly tragic event, but overall the MVP goes to Blinky with a 1.37. And for all you folks at home, I was the caster Jjonnyyy with 19 Ys. So shout out to both teams that played, but dude, Cunning dropping 50? Like, that's diabolical. For the
This
L?
Florence team is gross. I don't know what it is. They just cannot buy a win. And I know they won their last series, but like this
Yeah.
team is good. You look on paper, the team is very good. Cunning is up there in it, like top of the league KD wise. You know, Foss and Sid are very competent. Notorious is a good 3-star, and yeah, it's just it never goes their way.
Yep.
It's almost like they're cursed in a sense. I don't know what it is about Italy. Maybe because didn't this franchise win the Rainbow Six League in the off season? So maybe this is
Mmm.
comeuppance for that.
They're just a
You know, you
rainbow
won the
team.
R6 league, so you're kind of cursed in the main league.
Nah, you can't say that, bro.
I don't know. Or maybe this Pittsburgh team is just better. We know how gross Blinky is. We know how good like Fluctuant and Hellboy's been. I want to talk about that map one real quick. Cunning dropped 50. Blinky and Hellboy both dropped 45.
That's insane.
Like truly, it was an insane map. And it's Colossus. You know, of course, it's Colossus. It's always Colossus. Yeah, 95 kills in 3 maps. That's an incredible performance out of Blinky.
Yeah, no kidding. Blinky.
45, 10, and then 40. Like
Yeah,
he's crazy.
that's insane. Shout out to Blinky, the 6-star for Pittsburgh, going crazy. And I think honestly, I gotta give my flowers to Fluctuant too. Like he's recently been playing like a 5-star caliber player and not a 4.5. So shout out to him. But yeah, Blinky takeover. That's all you gotta say. But here we
Yeah,
go.
enough said. Maybe it's not the curse. It's just Blinky.
It's just Blinky, bro. That's just who it is. Moving along, we got our next matchup. Go ahead, Thomas.
Wow. Boston Bonsai versus the Kansas City Crusaders. Boston comes out. They win Scar Hardpoint by 6 points, 250-244. Kansas responds back with a 6-3 Den win. Only for map 3, Boston 5-1, punch in the face. And then they win map 4, 250-203 to win the series 3-1. Notable performances, it's Magic, Pacho, and Sentio for the side of Kansas. Or sorry, for the side of Boston, and for Kansas, it's Waves, it's Ginger, and Mighty really showed up that map 4. Unfortunately, the rest of Kansas did not. Match MVP goes to Magic with a 1.26, and the caster was John.
Bang! Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I change your spelling every time, but yeah, Johnny the caster here. I talked about it in the first week 1 match, KC Toronto, but we're just trying to find our fit. And I know this Boston team is too, right? They have 2 new players instead of 1 like us. But today, like they just played better. You know, and as a member of Kansas, we trolled map 1 hardcore. We were up 240 to like 190, and we lost on the P2. I hate that P2 hill so much. And that map loss, to be honest, it checked me. I got checked from that, no shocker, and then it kind of just infested us the back half of the series. Boston played incredible COD, and I mean, Waves and I were somewhat bickering at each other as always the second half of that series. So, I mean, we played poorly the back half, but this Boston team, they were just very solid. They didn't really have a bad map. They were just like good and competent, and Magic's incredible. And then we were just unfortunately average in this series, and hence the 3-1 loss as
Yep.
we try to find our fit with Mighty. It's he's just the exact opposite of Stratus,
Mhm.
and so it's been just really awkward so far trying to find the pace and thing with him.
No, like I said, like with Boston and Toronto, like you cannot count these two teams off. Like out, it's just a matter of time before they find their stride, they find their momentum. So shout out to Boston. And then on the opposite end, you said it perfectly. You're kicking, like you're working out some kinks. You know what you're got to work on. So a lot to improve for both teams and to
Yeah, I
show.
mean we went from the 3 AR team and a 1 sub team to a 2-2 split, and Mighty and I are just not on the same page kind of sub wise, and that's been a big problem so far.
Yep, yep. Hopefully Kansas can brush off those little dust mites that they got going on the camp. But moving on, we got our next matchup. We got Toronto Stars versus Philadelphia Fear. Philly are able to come out with a good 3-0 win, a much needed win for them. And that's going to be a 250 to 179 HP, a 6 to 2 in the S&D.
Much needed.
I think it's much needed. I think so. And a 4-1 win in the overload for Philly, closing it out in 3-0 fashion. Frost with the notable performance on that side of Toronto, and then Space and Smoke, the two 5-star duo, 5.5 duo, showcasing their talents, doing whatever they wanted to do. It felt like they couldn't be stopped. Overall MVP of the series, though, was Space with a 1.5 KD, and the caster was the redhead loser.
Yeah, that's me, by the way. I'm redheaded loser. I know there are a couple other redheads in trauma, but I just want to specify that is myself. And I figure with me making fun of Johnny's name, I thought I'd make fun of
That's
myself
valid.
too
That's
here,
valid.
just for fun.
That's valid. And the
But no,
reason
Philly Fear. I
why.
mean, they're
No, go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you go.
Okay, the reason why I believe that this Philly squad needed a win like this was because it would cement themselves in a top 6 position. Like this win is a like showcase.
Mm.
Yes, okay, we are not gonna be a middle of the pack team. We are better than a middle of the pack team, and it's against like someone that is on the lower side of the standings wise. So I'm like, okay, yeah, if they were to lose to this Toronto squad, which I do think is a good squad, that puts a really big damper on them. You know what I mean? Like, I think
Even if it was like a game 5 win, it would probably be like, well, you barely won.
exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel with it. So it's like,
So I guess a dominant 3-0. I guess, yeah. I guess for the narrative.
yeah, if they had gone like in a close, if they had lost in a fashion or won like 3-0, like whatever, to like a higher echelon team, you're like, okay, yeah, well that's kind of expected. They're a good team. You should lose that potentially. But no, I think a win over Toronto here cements themselves in a top 6 position. I think they are a really good team. And I think Philly have a lot to showcase. They're in this stage too.
Yeah, Goblin gets his revenge, even though in this series I think he dropped a point 0.5. I did the stats for it, but hey, he gets the revenge on Toronto for
Mhm.
trading him, of course. And yeah, I mean for Toronto, we talked about earlier, like they're a good squad, but unfortunately, just Philly showed up.
Mhm.
I wonder, like, if this is played 10 times, I think it might be a 5-5 split or something. But unfortunately, Philly incredible this series. Space has been a different man this stage too so far.
Yeah, so far, no, Space has been frying. Space has been going crazy, but we got plenty more matches we got to talk about. Go ahead, what you got here?
New York Reapers versus the Miami Mafia. And unfortunately, New York does need a substitute. Mirage is gone, Fluctuant. So they're playing half a star down, and it shows as Miami dominates map 1, 250, 136. New York, though, off the back of Jjonnyy's 14 bomb, wins map 2 exposure 6-4. But unfortunately, Miami, they win 5-4 on Den Overload, and they win by 100 on Scar Hardpoint for the Mafia to win the series 3-1. Notable performances were Connor and Jjonny and Fluctuant as the substitute popped off that map 3. Couldn't get the dub though, and for Miami, it was Kaze and Sin. Match MVP though goes to Sin with a 1.48, and JD was the caster of this one. I
Yeah.
kind of talked about it at the start, but with the substitute player, what did you expect to happen? Was that your mindset, or did you think this was you really thought you could win this?
I I knew going into it, if we won here, it would be a blessing in disguise. Like I'll keep it blunt. If we were to have beat Miami with a sub, I would have been like, "Yep, we should win everything for the rest of the year." But no, we are not gods. We are humans. We are mortals. I had a really bad series. And Miami, they came out on top. They showed that yeah, they're a good team. They're a good squad. If you don't play good COD against them, they're gonna punish you, and it shows in the HPs. Our HPs, we looked like crap. I'll be brutally blunt. New York looked like shit in the HPs against Miami. But in the Overload, I do think it was a closer affair. I do think New York had a couple trolly moments, but Miami, good enough team to take advantage of those moments, and they are able to capitalize on their mistakes. So shout out to Miami. They played well in that series, and they do end up winning that 3-1.
Yeah, I feel like again, this Miami team, like they were 4-0 for a reason in stage one. Everyone just focuses on the flame out in playoffs. But like this team was really good and they got better. Icarus has been incredible so far. I did the
Yep.
stats earlier today, and he's currently at like a 1 KD as a 3.5 star. Like
There you go.
incredible stuff. And the Mafia got a good one here as they win 3-1.
Yep.
I have really nothing else to say.
Nope, nope. Let's move along. We got our next matchup.
New York's still a good team. They have a substitute though. And this next match, oh, this may have been the best match of the year. And yes, I'm biased in that, but JD and I with the duo cast out of JD and I. Don't know how we walked backwards into it. I was supposed to cast. JD didn't leave the voice call. Here we go.
Yeah.
Seattle comes out, dominates map 1, 250, 165. They dominate map 2. Riv drops 17 kills, by the way, to win 6-3 on Den.
God
They go
damn.
up 2-0 in the series. It's over, but no, it's not. As mentioned earlier, New Mexico, they tee up the second half of the series. They 7-2 them on Overload. They win by 80, map 4, and unfortunately, map 5 is search and destroy. And in case you didn't know, Seattle is really good at search and destroy. They win 6-3. The Reign win the series 3-2. The match MVP goes to Riv with a 1.3. Notable performances, it's Riv and Buki. And for the New Mexico, it's Link and Turkey as always. This match was truly incredible to cast, especially with JD by
Yeah.
my side.
No. W duo cast out of the boys. New Mexico, man, like we said before, bro. You gotta wake up.
Yeah,
You gotta wake up a
please
little
wake up
earlier.
in time. This team is so good. I swear they're good.
They are. It's annoying. I like this New Mexico squad, but fuck, man, win a map 1. I believe in you. You can
Win
do
a map 2 for God's
it. You can do it. I believe in you. But like you said, Seattle, good for those S&Ds. If you go the map 5, you better have your big boy pants on. They're going to take advantage of a lot of mistakes. But Seattle, that number 2 squad from stage 1, they show out. They're like, yep, we're still a good team. We're even after the trade, we want to showcase our map pool. We think that we're really good. Shout out to both squads, but Seattle ultimately come out with that win. I'm very, very happy for Seattle.
Yeah, after they go 0-1 to start, they lost to Tokyo, I believe. So this was the 1-1 match. So it's good to get the first win of stage 2, you know.
Yeah.
Good for the momentum. It's M1's first win back in Trauma in like 9 months.
Yep. Shout
But
out M1.
yeah, no, this was a great series. It was so back and forth. It was despite this, it was really the score lines were all like 80-point win. Like it wasn't close, but like it was really fun.
Yeah.
Just these respawns.
Yep, yep. But yeah, moving along. We got our next matchup. We got Tokyo Storm versus Seattle Rain. Excuse me. Honestly, two juggernaut squads here. Tokyo are able to come out early with the map 1 win, 250 to 114, a dominant HP overall for Tokyo. But then Seattle answer right back, win that map 2 S&D 6 to 4, and then Tokyo said, "Nah, I'm done, bro. I don't want to play anymore." So they win the next two maps, 3 to 1 in the overload, 250 to 213. The notable performance, well, to close it out in a 3-1 fashion, notable performances overall, Tokyo, Koizumi, I2, Kaz going crazy in those first three maps, and then Koizumi dropping a 40 bomb to close it out in the map 4. On the opposite end, you have Riv and Buki doing whatever they can in the first three maps, and then Paradise, unfortunately for him, he was a negative stat line, but he was the best performer in that map 4. At the end of the day, the MVP goes to Koizumi with a 1.57 KD, and the caster of the match was Hellboy, a new person to add to the list, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, technically not a new person, as he did duo cast grand finals with Entity Stage 1. Didn't put it in the list in the last episode because I forgot. So this is his second match, but it is his first solo match. So shout
W
out
Mans.
Hellboy for hopping on the caster train.
He saw the bat signal, bro. He answered it.
Yeah, and like I'm not sure what to say about the series. Seattle won the search, Tokyo dominated respawns. Enough said.
Yeah, yeah.
The Seattle team, like they're still obviously figuring out new roster ish versus a team that has been together since the start. Right, this Tokyo team is gross. We know how good they are, but like I, that's all there is to say. That
Literally.
I feel like veterans, they've been teaming together for a lot longer. They won the maps they needed. Seattle won S&D. Okay, win a respawn. Tokyo wins 3-1, and it is what it is.
Yep, yep. I think you hit it on the head. I think just Seattle a little slow in those respawns, and Tokyo the better respawn team on the day, so they won out. I think we got a couple more matches we got to talk about here.
Oh, we have a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. So go
a
ahead.
lot of matches, man. Oh yeah, this one Tokyo playing back to back. This literally like they played this back to back in real life too. So shout out them, and Miami and Tokyo both pink. So Miami's going blue because look at that logo. It's half blue anyways. Tokyo versus Miami Mafia. Tokyo wins map 1, 250 to 150. Uh-oh. Good start. Miami on the back heels. They win round 11. Search destroy the tie up the series. They then win 5-4 overload. I believe that was an overtime victory. So barely eking out, take a 2-1 series lead. They can't win map 4. Tokyo dominates Den Hardpoint 250 to 168. But Miami Mafia in game 5 win 6-3 to win the series 3-2. Looking at notable performances, it was the Sin and Koizumi show as expected, but 21 Savage popping off in map 1, 35 and 26, and Icarus map 2, the new addition, 11 and 5 from your 3.5 stars.
Bang!
Incredible performance. Sin ends up as the match MVP with a 1.48 KD, and another newcomer, Notorious, with the solo
Bang!
cast. What a guy. And just this was a great series.
W Mans Notorious, you were definitely the one that put up the bat signal that time.
Yeah,
um,
the Neslo out of Miami.
yeah, a good Neslo, a dirty
Shout out.
Neslo. It was a gritty Neslo, a 6-5 round 11, 5-4, 6-3. Like they had to dig deep for that
Argue like
one.
2 overtime. If you look around 11 like overtime, it's like 2 overtime wins here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very much so. It was a very, very back and forth affair the entire time. I think the HPs, Tokyo, clearly the better HP team in this series.
Tokyo is so good at hardpoint.
Dude, they are ridiculously good. So if you play Tokyo, you got to make sure you can Neslo. That's your win condition. But yeah, Miami able to get it done. Very, very close, very, very gritty. But hey, they got it done. They needed to do what they had to do, and they did it. I can't really touch on it more. I think Icarus has been kind of finding his form on this squad, and I think overall he's been a good pickup for this Miami squad. So shout out to him.
Yeah, from the stat sheet, Icarus is only -1, so he's at a 0.9999 KD. So he's at a 1 KD as the free agent 3.5-star. Great start out of him.
Yep. But
And
yeah.
as for Tokyo, Kaz has been their second best player. You would think it would be I2, but Kaz has really come into his own so far this stage too.
Yeah. No.
Uh,
Shout out
he
Cass.
was rocking a 1.2. He's now at a 1.06, but with one match remaining. But still, doing better than his 5 stars. So shout out Kaz.
Yes, sir. Moving along, though, we got ourselves more matches to talk about. We got Pittsburgh Defiance versus Boston Bonsai. You love game fives? Well, here's another one for you. How about
Banger.
that? Absolute insanity from this
What a
series.
series.
We got a 250 to 201 victory for Pittsburgh, and then Boston say, "Nah, we're not done. We want to keep playing." 6-4 victory in the S&D, 5-4 win in the Overload, and then Pittsburgh kind of get a little jump scared. They're like, "Oh, we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's. We got to lock in." 250 to 225, bro. In the victory for Pittsburgh. Now series is tied 2 apiece. And then we go to a Den S&D, and it's nobody else but the Fluctuant Show. 6-3 victory for Pittsburgh. Notable performances, you see it there down at the bottom left side of the screen. Fluctuant, 3 out of the 5 maps. Blinky and Paladin showcasing as well. They are good people to play with and have on your team. And then on the opposite side, Magic going crazy with 4 out of the 5 maps, and then Sentio in the map 2 having a really good performance for himself. But the overall MVP, it was Fluctuant with a 1.18 KD, and I was your caster for that match, Jjonnyyy, and you spelled it right this time.
I did, yes. The bit ran its course.
W-Bands. This is a crazy ass match to cast. I'm not gonna lie. This is a crazy match. Specific moment I want to talk about, that Overload. Oh my god,
Oh my god.
it was so crazy. People were able to get sneak caps in and Overload overtime rules. Like, it just gets spicy, it gets crazy.
There was like 2 caps within like 15 seconds.
Yeah, it was just insane. It was ridiculous. But shout out to Pittsburgh. They get the win, and I think this new look Boston team, especially after this series, show that yes, they are a good team. They are gross. And even though
They're very competitive.
very competitive, and even though Magic having a really good series for himself, like, he needed a little bit more support from his team, but
Yeah, he did.
even still, like, even with the team kind of having a slower end map, they almost win it, like, in a very competitive fashion. So shout out to them. Boston looks really good. Pittsburgh look really good too. These are gonna be 2 crazy teams to match up against in that stage 2 playoffs.
I do want to point out Blinky technically was the match MVP, but I gave it to Fluctuant. I think Blinky had an extra like 10 kills, but I gave it to Fluctuant because I mean, you know, he's there 3 times in the notable performances, so I just kind of gave it to it. Blinky always gets
Yeah,
it.
you know, screw
Blinky-
6-star
Blinky
Blinky.
has
You don't
gotten
need it anymore.
Blinky has gotten it every fucking time for Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
screw
care.
that.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
fine.
gave it to Flux.
You make the slides.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, this is our show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so dude, both these teams, I'm excited to see them in playoffs
Let's get some Blinky haters in
because I
chat.
feel like these 2 teams, they're gonna not even break the bracket, but like I don't think either of these teams are like top 3, top 4, but like I think they're both in that like 6 or like 5 to like 7 range, and they're gonna
Yeah.
break a bracket. This is gonna be a crazy team. I like them a lot.
They definitely have that upset potential. They definitely could upset like a top 3 team, without a doubt. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch how they're gonna play in that stage 2 playoffs. But before we get there, we have plenty more matches we got to talk about and play.
No,
We're
we
not
don't.
done with this. Oh, we don't. Oh,
This is our final match.
Oh, bang!
Final match to break down, and it's a week 3 matchup.
Oh my
Tokyo getting ahead
God!
of schedule.
W.
Shout out Tokyo Storm getting ahead of schedule as the Tokyo Storm play the Florence Ambition, and unfortunately, Florence is still cursed. They lose map 1 by 70. Map 2 is a 6-4 victory for Tokyo and a 5-4 victory on Overload. And I will say, if you didn't believe me before, Florence was up 4-1 at half in Overload. And then they lost 5-4 to get 3-0'd. This team, they're cursed. They're cursed. I'm sorry, I have to say it. They're cursed. Obviously, if you look at the notable performances, Kulzuni and Foss, Foss tried his best to contain Kulzuni. Unfortunately, he could not. Map 2, it's Kaz, the Kaz show. I just gave him gas. Now he's 14-4. And unfortunately, for map 3, Caster lagged out
Mm.
at halftime. At halftime, they lagged out. So those are the stats from the first half. Cunnin was frying. Zuni was 12-10 as Tokyo was getting slammed. And then
Mm.
obviously Tokyo somehow came back and Zuni dropped a 1.55, but he probably dropped a 1.8 because obviously those map 3 stats are incorrect due to Kaze's lag out. And Kaze was the caster. So W fucking lag out of a Kaze.
Hey man.
Um,
what
shout
can,
out.
what can you really say about the series when there's really not that much to look at when there's no caster? So shout out Kaze for that. That was not his fault, by the way. Um, but yeah, Kaze, is this his first series caster, or does he have multiple now?
No, this is his third.
Third. Shout out to
Spoiler
Kaze.
alert. He did 2 in stage 1. Yeah.
W Mans was it?
Chapter 2 did share Scream, so Stream got to watch I2's POV, but he never went over the scoreboard, and Kaze
Mmm.
left too soon to even do that. Even if the EKA scoreboard is wrong, it would have been a good frame point, so kind of L on both of them, but mainly on Kaze for lagging out.
Treyarch, you need to fix your codcaster or your what is it, theater mode, so that we can go back and count the kills.
On God. But yeah, I mean, this Tokyo team is incredible. They finished the stage 3-1, dominant performance, and they only lost, like, they lost to Miami. That's no slouch, so dominant. Florence is now 1-2 with one match left. Stage 1, they went, what, to like 17 game 5s? Now they're either 3-0 or get 3-0'd, so kind of the pendulum has swung backwards on this Florence team.
No in between for them, but
No, either game 5 or 3-0, nothing in between.
uh,
Literally nothing.
alrighty. But yeah, shout out to both squads. Shout out to Kaze the Caster. One of the most entertaining matches for the wrong reasons overall, but it was fun.
Unfortunately.
It was
Well,
fun.
actually, the post-match interview was legendary as
Oh, that's
Tortoni was
right.
at a house party, and there was just like half of Trauma was in the background, just awkwardly staring at their phone like this.
Yep, definitely go watch the rebroad for that. Go watch the VOD. It's 19 people in one room all crammed in.
It was so funny. The camera was like completely off. It was incredible.
Very, very funny. Very, very good. But yeah, that's your last match that we have to cover. So we did
Bang!
it! We did it! We made it through! Bang!
We really speed ran that shit.
Holy crap, it only took an hour, but bang! We're good!
Hey, for 16 matches though, Jjonnys?
That's pretty good, yeah. I will take that.
Yes,
That's pretty good.
this is the stage 2. Don't worry, we have the overall, but I figured let's break it down into stage by stage as well as the overall. But stage 2 so far, Jjonny leading the way with 5. 5 out of
Bang!
16
Bang!
matches. Shout out him. JD and I both pick up 3. Waves picks up 2. And then Entity, Kaze, Hellboy, and Notorious each pick up 1 match in stage 2 so far.
Yep.
So
And
bang, it's next slide.
we got ourselves the casting total. Oh, wait, hold on.
This was stage 1 recap. Obviously, we never actually officially showed this, but this was what the recap. This was stage 1. Obviously, Entity won it with 12 as we go to the next slide now. We combine the two. Stage 2 plus stage 1. This is the new total.
Bang!
Current Jjonny with 16. Jesus Christ, brother.
Let's go.
Entity and myself are tied for second with 13. JD, kind of the fourth wheel at 11. And then obviously the newcomers. Kaze is at 3. Blinky is at 3. Waves at 2. Icarus at 2. Hellboy's at 2 now, as he did grand finals. And then Buki, I2, and Notorious each pick up 1. So that's the current. We're quickly running out of room here.
I know. If more people start deciding they want to cast, we're gonna have to make a second slide. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna have to start denying people, 'cause,
Yeah.
it's kinda getting-
It's getting a little spicy here, but yeah, that's your overall season casting total. Now we're moving on here. What do we got? Your week 3 schedule. We got a couple match.
Obviously,
No, go ahead.
Florence and Tokyo already played, so ignore that. But we have 5 other matches, plus a couple of staged week 2 matches that have not been played yet. But
Yep.
I didn't feel like grabbing them. So
Yep.
I guess just check out the schedule on the Discord. But of the week 3 matches, Vegas, Pittsburgh, New Mexico, Toronto, Kansas, Philly, Miami, LA, Seattle, Boston.
Yep.
We don't have a slide of the match of the week, but of these 5, what's your match of the week?
Oh, it's easy. Vegas Pit. That's my 100%.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, that's mine. I think that's gonna be a banger of a series. I think you got the Blinky 6-star versus the not changed roster of Vegas, the Familia friends, I guess you can call them. Those guys go crazy. I think that's gonna be a very very close match.
I think 4 of them are really fun. Obviously, Vegas Pit, New Mexico, Toronto. I feel like is that going to be a Game 5 banger? It always is with New Mexico, isn't it?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's a good point. If New Mexico
And
wins
then,
map 1, it's a 3-0. But if New Mexico
oh,
loses map
absolutely.
1, it's game 5.
And then like Kansas, Philly, like is Philly for real? Has Kansas? Have we figured out our issues yet? And then Seattle, Boston, I feel like is a real sleeper with how Boston has
Yes.
looked.
Yeah,
That could be a great matchup.
that's a really
And then
good match too.
Miami, LA are there too.
All right, well, moving along. That's your week 3 schedule. We got some clips that we gotta show you. Bang! All
And with
right.
16 matches, we have a lot of clips to show you.
We have a little too many clips to show you, but hold on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Actually,
7,
Johnny,
8, 9.
add the. There's one earlier, the Hellboy jumping up. We showed it last time. We got to show it again.
The Hellboy. Okay,
It's the Hellboy S&D one. It should be in the clips channel. There.
okay, I'll do that one last. But here we go. We got some clips
It's
we gotta
Hellboy in the
show.
clutch. It's Hellboy in the clutch. It's just above.
Okay, I'll look at that one here shortly. But yeah, we got our first clip here. We got DJ clutches. Wait a minute, something happened.
Oh, and that's big. It's our big wins here. Iffy and DJ, can they do it again? Nope. DJ's
Not a fan of that site, by the way.
last one up. I like this
Terrible.
though. He's gonna wait. Should be able to just get him off the bomb. He will.
That's a mop
Wow,
bomb.
DJ's
There you go,
done it.
DJ.
I'm not sure if
DJ.
he could even get on it.
DJ?
Go back and check
DJ?
it.
D-
Oh,
DJ?
he stretched
DJ?
it.
DJ? No, DJ! No!
That's game 5, bro.
No, wait, that's game 5?
bro.
No, bro, no, DJ, you gotta check the bomb, fam. What are you doing?
I don't know how you kill a guy with off. He kills him off bomb with 8.5 seconds. Doesn't bother to check it.
Was that a bit of a stretch? Potentially.
A little bit.
A little
but barely.
bit. But it's all good.
Barely.
It's all good. It's all good. You gotta check the bomb at 7 seconds. It's all good though. But yeah, moving on.
Lower shoulder. Like, I don't.
Moving on, we got some clutches we gotta talk about. We got a 1v3 here. Let's look at it. We got.
Oh, this is a long one
now.
here.
Everything lies in the hopes and dreams of Frost.
Oh, hi, Devin. Rift.
Finds the first kill on
Unfortunate.
the
Bang.
gingerbread, but waves in pink have the bomb
We almost
down
like
in
skipped
raid.
30 seconds here, to be honest.
That's okay. I'm done.
No.
Oh well, I'll skip right here. That's fine. Perfect. It's waves.
Oh,
rip.
Rift's
Left in the
pink,
1v1 as
1v1.
pink falls.
Yeah, why show
Waves
20 seconds to
versus
him running
Frost.
through the spawn, right?
15 seconds remaining.
If he's got to plant the bomb, does he have time to do this play? He's wrapping the B
Looks like they're gonna meet up here. In
right
open.
into waves.
What's gonna happen here? Oh my god! Oh my god! I completely forgot about my reaction. By the way, I was like,
we love knives in Call of Duty, don't we?
No, that knife was diabolical. A snipe. If he literally has any gun other than a sniper, he wins that. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's pre-aiming. He's pre-aiming.
he literally gets caught off guard. He gets scared. It's like, oh shit
I
moment.
talked to Frost too about that, and Frost literally said he's gonna be open stairs with the sniper, isn't he? That's why he was running with the knife out.
Oh
'Cause
god.
He knew like if he missed the shot, he could get him. It was pretty funny.
W mans. All right, but now we're gonna move on. We got some exposure action. Oh, all right. Well, we got some Seattle Rain and the new pickup from M1. Let's see what he does.
Welcome. The title. The clip is called "Welcome Back M1." What could that mean?
I don't know. Take a look.
I don't know if it's a choke of a kill necessarily. I turned away too fast. But Mirage almost able to give it to him again, but now
Alright,
M1 in the
1v4.
1v4. He's able to find one. Grace,
Oh, no.
I don't know what she's doing. Throws her
Okay,
away. Makes it
weird
a
chow,
little bit more doable for M1. I don't think M1's gonna read Mirage here. If he holds the iron, it's now a 1v1. M1. If he spots Mirage, he's down to the pillar.
Yeah, this is my team, by the way.
Looking like a sure round for New York is now. Oh my gosh!
Oh.
M1 with the 1v4.
You know,
New
as
York,
much as you
what
can
are
blame
you
Grace
doing?
and Connor for just getting picked, I think like Joe gets ripped there, man. Oh my god.
I mean,
Mirage gets ripped.
I mean,
At
that's
that point, like, it's isn't even his fault.
that's
The
on
1v4,
that's
dude.
on all of us. I take majority / minimum of the blame because I was first in that sequence. But hey, like,
Yeah, but like that's fine. You're the third. Who cares? The 1v4. You don't trust your teammates to get a 3v1. That's not your fault.
Oh man, but yeah,
Don't be
it was
political now, bro. Like the blame your teammates.
Nah, they trolled that fucking hard. I'll be honest. All right, but here we go. We got ourselves another clip. We got the one and only the prophecy. Let's take a look at this.
Did you skip Notorious 1v3, bro?
Well, hold on. No, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. If Trauma Kick wants to load, hold on a minute.
Shout out Kick, Trauma Org, on Kick. Watch matches, watch clips.
Shout out my internet. What's going on, bro? The stream is still live, right?
It is still live, yes.
Okay.
Some
Well,
technical difficulties.
all right. Well,
This is hilarious.
this clip doesn't want to load. All right. Let me drag this back over here. If it starts making a noise, I'll be fine. I'll just do this instead. Well, no, hold on. Hold on, stream. Hold on. You're gonna have to wait a second. All right, there we go. Well, this one works. So we're going to do a Paladin 1v3 instead. Let's take a look at that.
Wait, you said Paladin?
Paladin, yeah, a Paladin 1v3.
3-star?
The 3-star. Why are the clips not working? I'm about to crash out.
Guns, Paradise, and Turkey.
And why is this one working now? There, right. We're watching this without it being full screen.
1v1, he loses. Nifty.
Prophecy. I'll be voice.
Oh!
No, Nifty. But DJ in from side door. He finds one. Turkey is there for support. Link with the third. Paradise, what can you do? Nothing as Turkey shuts him down. 10 seconds left till we're going.
That trophy kill is
live.
diabolical.
And Turkey and Link find
Diabolical.
2 more kills each. Buki though with the 2-piece nade. He slides in. He contests. He loses to Turkey.
Oh my god.
But Paradise wins the 1v2. Paradise
Jesus.
versus 2, but 10 seconds left. You have to hard play old and hard play new, and one breakout left in a 1 versus 2. He loses, and we're going to map 5.
Jesus, what a bang out.
Yeah, from like a Turkey 3-piece. Nifty was like 8 and 25 or 6 and 25. Then he gets a 2-piece to break the hill open.
Yeah.
Hence the voice crack. Paradise wins a 1v2. There's Buki 2-piece nade. Incredible map ending. Incredible.
That's insane. Hold on real quick. I want to pull this up again. Let me see. Okay, so you said, let me pull this one up. Let me see if this works. First blood. Oh, hey, it works. All right, screw it. We're going to a Paladin 1v3 immediately after the 3-star.
The help of his teammate Paladin was a huge
The 3-star.
3-star.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's ripped.
Ow! Ow! Oh no! That's your 3-star?
That was round 1, bro.
Round 1 of the S&D. The pistol whip onto Notorious Hawk Tua.
Welcome to Trauma Sacred Paladin, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm leaking. Oopsies, hold on. There we go. All right,
Hold
we're
on.
good. We're good. We're good. No, that's insane. That's my. Oh
Wow,
man.
Notorious. Like, it would be crazy if he has a makeup play somehow.
Yeah. No, that's shout out to Paladin for that. But W-Mans round 1 of the S&D gets a 3K. Moving along, we got a rookie moment that we got to look at. It's from
No, I
someone.
give you a complete lob there, but sure.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, wait, that's fine. All right, I know what you're talking about. All right, here we go.
Yeah, Notorious gets spit on in the
And
1v3. Does he have redemption?
and then let's see what happens here. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. We got something. We got
Oh,
trying to
no.
play his life
Hey, it
finesse
worked.
over the top. Oma gets himself a kill. He's gonna get traded though. Cunning makes it a 3v3. Jula smartly plays his life, but Jaded and Vandal
Picked.
find themselves a couple
Boss
of kills.
pick,
Last person
Notorious
alive is gonna be
1v3.
Notorious. Finds himself a kill.
Oh my
Gonna
god.
find himself a second Notorious for the 1v3. 1v1 situation. Notorious versus Jula. Notorious gets the 1v3. Bang! Lauren's ambition.
Redemption.
Pikachu. From getting Hawk Tua to Hawk Tuaing. Notorious.
Don't look at the overlay is
He's on a
wrong. They weren't
fourth
updated
streak.
yet. This was a stage 2 clip. By the way.
Yeah. It was a stage 2 clip, not a stage
It
1
is
clip.
absolutely sliming the side of
That was
LA.
for the. I think that wasn't for the ace, was it?
No, that was just
He
for
was
3 in the
four-
round.
He was 4-0 in that.
Oh wait, it
Yeah,
actually
that
was
that
for the
notorious
ace.
9-3 map, by the way, as we mentioned earlier. He went 9-3 map too. That was that map. Shout out.
Shout out to him. Kind of staying on the S&D train though. We have a lot of
Another
hype.
3-star.
We have another 3-star we got to look at here. We have a lot of hype moments we got to talk about, but this one kind of flew under the radar.
Literally.
Literally.
Pacho's one shot, you gotta go, Pacho. He's one shot, you gotta go.
All right, Pacho, the
He's gonna
clock
back up to
killer,
spawn.
as he is known. In S&D, he is a
Letting
clock
smoke
killer.
pull up. Am I go for the ninja? Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Smoke, check the bomb.
Oh
Smoke.
my god.
Smoke.
Oh my god, Pacho!
Oh.
The trigger discipline!
Nah, that's insane.
Yo, we had like 4 or 5 ninja diffuses back in combines, but I think that's the first like in-season play, to be honest. Like real
think
ninja
so.
diffuse, right?
Yeah, no, that is 100%. That is insane nerve out of Pacho to do that.
Out of the clock killer himself, man.
Yeah. Fun fact, it was kind of funny, but Space took that personal and then aced the round after that. He got so mad about that, so he aced after. But that was
I
an
bet.
insane S&D round to watch. Okay, now, but we're gonna talk about the rookie moment now. There's one rookie in particular that we gotta look at here, and it's none other than from Miami. Let's take a look-sees.
Icarus.
Yo, he's our Zig, JD.
Zig one shot. He's playing good. If I can credit.
Yeah, take long, go left.
This
Alright,
is
come
good.
Right, come right.
Look at the mini-map. They have a gap right.
Sonoma in the back.
They have numbers.
Wait.
They have numbers.
One more.
Icar-
One more.
Wait.
Nice.
What? What are you doing?
They got a 3 dead on B, and he runs to A. Icarus. Brother.
What was that?
Please, brother.
What the fuck was that?
Just runs to the
Um,
wrong point. I don't know.
Bro's trying to find I guess the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't know that. I don't know where he was going, but
JD told me afterwards. He was like, "Wait, what the fuck? He had bomb? Like he knifed that guy without, and then he picked up bomb and was shocked. when he
Oh
picked up
my
the EMP.
God.
Like, what the hell?
No, that's funny. That's a good clip.
The
But
great
yeah,
clip.
speaking of a knife kill though, we have one last clip that we gotta talk about here.
No, do that one. Do the Hellboy one.
You want me to
Hellboy
do
in
the Hellboy one? Okay, hold on. All right.
It's a little scroll just a little bit further up.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. All right, chat. I need you guys to give me your favorite animal while I look for this thing. Clips.
I'm a big fan of elephants.
Elephants is a fire shot.
Love an elephant.
We're
Hippo.
looking. We're looking.
Interest. Zuni likes hippos. Shout out.
For...
A sloth
Shout
of the
out.
Hellboy. That's fitting.
Hellboy in the clutch.
Hold
I
up.
found it. Okay.
Sharks. Plural.
Is genuinely rare.
Axolotl. You're just being different with
Genuinely
axolotl.
rare.
Come on.
They know
All right, bet. Here's the clip.
Anyways,
bed, but Paladin doesn't look at bed.
we showed this
and-
last time, and
oh,
Hellboy
jumped.
Hellboy.
gets the mantle on the glass, and hey,
Did you-
from what he said, he didn't want to give New York streets.
Yeah, no, that's a good play call. I like that. That's
Even
W
though,
comes.
I mean, if you look at the map score, they just lost the map. But
No, W men's.
anyways, final clip. This clip was incredible. This final clip.
Yeah, this clip is good. This clip is a really good
We
one.
mentioned it.
find-
JD
Can't find the
with the
second.
knife.
Icarus, you have to contest. Vegas can still win.
Oh,
Icarus
Sonoma
wins the
almost
gunfight.
ripped him.
He's gonna hide in the corner
Look at
contest, but
Icarus,
JD
top
in a
fragging
1v1
from
on time.
Miami.
Makes the 1v2 at the JD.
No way! No way!
Miami can't touch, and the Kings ice up on Black.
No Oh, no
JD
way
with the
that's how
double
you
knife.
lose!
That's the play of the year.
That's how
Clip
they
of the
lost.
year. The Vegas
Nah.
250, 233 Blackheart hardpoint. They will win the series 3-1 against the Miami Mafia.
They win a series because of a butter knife? That's insane!
Also, shout out Loden's 2-piece after the knife kills. That has to be noted.
Wow.
They could have
Wowie,
contested, but
wowie,
yeah,
wowie.
Loden got a 2-piece to truly ice the game. But I think JD's knife kills. Yeah, I mean,
Seal it,
that was
yeah. Yeah, that's criminal.
honestly my clip of the year personally, because like, what the fuck is that?
That's insane.
A double knife? Are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Shout out JD. I mean, you got balls of steel to pull out your knife in that situation. Let alone get one, get two. That's crazy. But
Shout
yeah,
out.
that's going to be the clip segment done. We have a little bit more that we want to talk about and share with you guys before we wrap things up. We have a power rankings. Go ahead, Thomas. What is our power rankings this time?
Call of Duty guns.
Okay.
Now, this doesn't have to be comp guns, but it mostly is.
Yep.
There's a couple of curveballs in there from yours truly, because of course it's me. Also, Sentio, your clip wasn't that good, brother, and we also just showed like 11 clips, dog. Calm down.
Slammed.
Anyways, but yeah, we're our favorite COD guns. We do have 3 honorable mentions in the next slide here.
Yep, let's take a look-see at that. These are the honorable mentions for Thomas. You have the PPSH for World War II, the
Yep.
Shiva from BO3,
Yep.
and the PDW from BO2.
Absolutely.
For myself, it was the Remington from Ghosts, the Maddox from BO4, and the AK-74U from Cold War. Mine a little bit more boring in a sense, but
Yeah.
I love these guns.
What about them?
What about it works for you? Anyways,
Appreciate that lob.
I loved the Remington. I think, in my personal opinion, I think the Vector was just OP. It was fun seeing a Remington on the map on Ghost. That was just cool to see, cool to watch. Everyone was running around with Vectors, kind of boring. The Maddox, most versatile gun in COD existence. I think that gun was disgusting. I think it was probably better
There was
than...
a sub and an AR combined.
Literally, it was the best gun in all of existence, in my opinion.
Double stock.
You could crack game with it.
Oh, the crack game, bro.
Yeah.
Don't miss that.
Yep, and then the Cold War AK-74U, that thing was literally an AR as a sub. It literally was. You can cross-map kill anybody. It was so OP to the point you couldn't run a underbarrel with it. Or no, was it an underbarrel or a muzzle? It was one of the two. You can run a barrel or a muzzle or something, because it was that broken. You were only allowed 4 attachments on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I have the PPSH World War II. That had a lot of fun ARs in that game, but the PPSH, that thing was so much fun. Just like I can imagine the sound right now in my ears.
Yeah.
The Shiva with high caliber was a one-shot headshot.
I forgot about
It's a-
that.
it's
Yeah,
a-
that
it's
thing
a-
was
it's like a
gross.
it's now known as like a tac rifle or whatever. But just the single shot ARs, I love them because you can just pop heads. They're a lot of fun. Just bop bop dead, bop 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 bop. Like it's easy. And the PDW, I was a Christmas noob in Black Ops 2, so I didn't experience the PDW, and it's I was post nerf PDW, but even post nerf, that thing was so much fun. I love me a fast fire and sub.
Yep. And now, I will preface, we are both sub players. I'm going to preface
We
that
are
just
both- yeah,
straight
there's
down,
not-
straight up.
There-
Okay.
There are not any ARs on this list.
So if you are an AR player, you might want to look away for a second, but
a lot of ARs in the chat right now. I'm telling you, they're not gonna be here. We are
yeah,
sub players.
I apologize on all AR's
I know.
behalf.
I'm a sub player.
But here we go. We got going into the number 5 spot. For me, it is the E-Rad.
So my friend group will know this, but I am a pistol demon. If there's a pistol in the game, it is the greatest. Like I pub stomp with pistols, and there's never been a better thing than the tire from MW3. This revolver with like 6 attachments could one shot at like 60 meters. This thing was incredible. It was a one tap like revolver. I loved like pub stomping with this gun was so much fun. And I know it's not a comp thing, but this is kind of my one non-comp gun. and I love this revolver. This thing was incredible. I love me my single shotguns as well, right? I had the Shiva. I got the tire. Shout out.
I have no idea what that gun is because I didn't play the new MW3. So I just have to
No, you didn't.
take your
It's a
word for it.
revolver.
Yeah. But yeah, for me it was the ERAD. I absolutely loved this thing. At the beginning of the meta, it was all K bars and MV4s, and then eventually
don't
halfway through
remind
the
me.
season, yeah, we've come out with the ERAD, and man, oh man, this thing was so much fun to run around
This
with.
thing
Just
was
wall
a.
running. It was godlike. It was so
Has there
good.
ever been a better like point blank sub? This thing was a incredible close range.
Yeah, I think maybe only other candidate would be MW19 MP5 probably, but
Yeah,
like,
probably. Yeah, that
but
thing was-
like that's the only other thing I could think of. But ERAD, underrated gun. I
ERAD is a
absolutely love
great
this.
shout.
Yep. Moving on though, we got our number 4 spots. For me, it was the ASM1.
Classic.
Yep.
And I have the VMP from Black Ops 3.
Yes, sir. VMP, goated gun. I absolutely love this.
I
thing.
really wanted to put the Vesper, but I think the longevity of the VMP did win me over. This thing, like a 45 round clip. It's a fast firing sub. I love fast firing subs.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yep. And then for me, it was the ASM1.
Incredible.
I adored this gun. This gun
It's a great gun.
was so fun to use. At the beginning of the game, it was the same thing with like IW. At the beginning of the meta, it was dominated by BALs. The BAL is like insanely OP.
The BAL is, yeah.
And then eventually the ASM1 comes into the meta, and it's just a really, really good gun. I can just picture me getting a speakeasy, and I was like, ooh, wait a minute, hold on, this thing's cool. From the supply drops, but yeah, good picks, I think, overall.
Mark, Kuda is a great shout, but I just preferred the VMP. It's a faster firing sub, bro. I love me a fast firing sub.
Yep. Yes, sir. Moving on, we got
ASM1, great shout.
our top 3 now. For me, it was the PPSH from World War II.
And I said it before, I love me pistols, and the TAC 45 from Black Ops 2 is the greatest pistol in Call of Duty history.
Better than the 5.7?
Absolutely. The 5.7 was terrible. It's not real. The TAC 45 was so much better in every instance, to be honest, in my opinion. But yeah, this is my last like kind of trolly pick. It's not even a troll pick. I love this gun. Like I was a Black Ops 2 kid, so this is nostalgia goggles. But hey, this is my show. Shut up. The TAC 45 was my favorite pistol ever.
Yep. For me, PPSH from World War II, this is the game that got me into competitive. I adored this weapon. I think it was really, really fun to use. It was very, very just great. This gives me so much nostalgia. Just loading up onto some like London Docks HPs and just hearing the sound of it like reloading. Oh, it's so satisfying. So good. Love the World War II weapons, but the PPSH definitely the best out of them for me.
Dude, the bar, the fake Galil, like that.
The FG42, the bar,
Yeah.
the STG, like it was just so good.
Yeah. What was it? The Voltron that got G8 in a week?
Yeah, the Volk. Yeah, I think it was the Volk. Yeah.
No, the Volt. Yeah, it was something. It was no, the Itra. It was
the
burst
Itra
came
burst.
out,
Yeah, the Itra
Itra,
burst. Yeah. Yeah, that thing was crazy.
Oh, that game was gas, bro. But we move on to top 2, second place. I have the ERAD from IW.
And then I have the VMP from BO3. We kind of talked about it already, but the points are still there. For me, the VMP is slightly better than all the other ones on the list. VMP it was so much fun to use, even after it got nerfed. Like, I love fast firing. I love fast firing weapons.
Fast firing subs, the name of the game, the ERAD again. I loved IW. That's a very unpopular opinion, but yeah, the ERAD was so much fun, man. This thing, it just melted. Like you could cross map too, like pretty easily. Yeah, it's a futuristic sub. It looks beautiful. I love it.
Yep.
Shout out subs.
Now the number 1 spot for all you AR lovers
Chat,
out
hold
there.
on. Predictions.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm down for some predictions.
We'll leak this. Jjonny does have an AR. I have a sub.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see what the predictions are. What do you guys think the number 1s are?
I fear
I
that
just want to see what some of the chat picks are.
I fear that people are not gonna be happy.
No, I mean, again, I love my pick.
Ooh, the honey badger's a good shout.
NV4, that's a good pick. It's not that.
Peacekeeper's good as well.
I did want to put the NV4. That thing was disgusting.
That thing was nice, yeah.
KN44, Jjonny, you're not real.
What, Jace, what? ACR MW2? No, I'm not that old. I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, we're not that old. The KN44 would be a crazy shout.
MP5? No, I don't think it's the MP5.
M8, good pick.
I'm
Give
a
this like 20 more seconds, probably.
yeah. Nope, it's not the tack. Oh, you're tripping balls. I didn't even think about the tack.
Chat, I'll give you this hint, guys. Remember my Call of Duty rankings. What did I have number 1? Any TLT fans will know the answer.
Yes, my number 1 is an AR.
My number 1 is a sub. Waves.
No, fuck the tack. I'm sorry.
If any fans remember,
Oh!
oh,
But here you go.
Oh.
The number 1 spots. It's the song from BO4
The song,
and the
baby.
BAL 27 from AW.
Zuni sniped my ass, but the
Zuni sniped
SOG-
him.
oh my god, the SOG is the love of my life. This gun, like Black Ops 4, I do love Black Ops. This gun, oh my god, it made me fall in love with Call of Duty all over again, right? Like genuinely. I know it's not the gun, but shot punch, bro.
Yeah.
Shot punch with the SOG is like the greatest feeling in the world, to be honest.
Yeah, no, the SOG, one of the most satisfying guns to use ever. I think this thing was amazing. And then
Dude,
for
you
me,
forgot the PAL was an AR. That's completely fair.
That's what I'm saying. This thing was so good. It was so
This was the most
dominant.
broken gun in COD
You-
history, bro.
I guarantee you, as soon as you start shooting it or you think of it again, you're gonna hear it revving up. It's like it just
dude,
goes
this-
so fast. It shoots so fast for an AR, and the quick reload for it, it was so satisfying because there was 2 different reloads you could do. You could do the normal reload or the quick reload where you lose all the ammo and put it in reserve. Man, the BAL was so good. Getting the Obsidian Steed and the Inferno. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Those are our
the BAL's
power
a great
rankings.
pick.
Yeah, I absolutely
Yeah,
love
neither
that.
of us had the M8, which is actually kind of criminal. But like, dude, there's been so many good guns. We didn't have the NV4. We didn't have the Honey Badger. We didn't have either M8s.
Yeah. No Krigs, no M15s,
No
none of
M4s.
that.
There's been like 4 M4s.
Yeah.
There. Like,
There's been so many
I wanted to put the
version guns.
KSG on, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it, to be honest.
I wouldn't have blamed you at all if you put the Argus on to be honest. But I love the Argus. But yeah,
So yeah, shout out Kulzuni for reading me like a book, being a true TLT fan.
W-mans. But yeah,
But,
that's gonna
That's
do
the
it.
show.
That's gonna do it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys had a good one. Thomas, you can take us away.
No, we really streamlined this episode with the 16 matches to break down. We got this done really quick. So apologies if you were expecting like an hour and 45-minute show, but you know, we got this one done quick for you. No guests. But next episode we'll bring back guests. This was just Jjonnyyy and I kind of yapping, but sometimes we need to take a break from guests, right?
Yeah,
Jjonnyyy and I together, dynamic duo over here.
yeah. We don't need other people at times.
Yeah. And for a week like this with 16 matches, it was just us. Thank you all for watching though. Drama League Telegram, I have been Gingerbread.
I've been Jjonnyyy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Check out swordart.com 2Gs for your trauma merch. And see you next week. Jjonnyyy, show cam.